Capricorn, Taurus, and the Virgo. What's good? What's poppin'? Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to Cosmoetic Tarot. I'm Sadie, your reader. And today, y'all, we're gonna talk about spring cleaning. Spring cleaning of the mental space, of the physical body, and the spiritual body, all right? Spring is all about renewal and rebirth and awakening, okay? We're coming from winter. We're coming from dead spaces and loneliness for some of us and some cold, dark energy. And we're stepping into some lightness, some playfulness, some joy, okay? Please keep in mind, sorry, my throat is acting up. Please keep in mind, Corona. Just kidding. Please keep in mind that these are general readings. They may or may not apply to everyone. My advice is to just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you do find resonance, please let me know in the comments below. Please like, please share with your circle, and of course subscribe for more spiritual content and free readings. All right, without further ado, let's get into it. The Four of Swords in the reverse for your mind. The Eight of Coins for your physical body. And then we have the Page of Swords and the High Priest for the spiritual body. All right, Earth signs. Looking here overall, I will say that there's some work that needs to be done. And I'm seeing a lot of brown, which makes me think of earth energy. So there you are. But let's get into this Four of Swords for your mental space in the reverse. Capricorn and Taurus, are y'all known for being a little stubborn? I feel like there's a spiritual awakening that needs to take place for you, earth signs, but you're feeling as if you're not ready, or it's kind of like laziness. I feel like it's laziness. You don't really feel like putting in the work or the effort to do the things that need to be done for yourself. And that's understandable, because honestly, I feel that way like on the regular. But we really gotta push through and fight through this lazy spirit. This procrastination, it can be no more. Where are we gonna get with procrastination? Nowhere. We'll be stuck. You don't wanna be there. You don't wanna be in a stuck energy. So, to flip this upright, for those of you who like to meditate, I would highly suggest meditation. Connecting with earth energy, connecting with the higher powers, your angels, your guides, and of course, your higher self. Let me take a look at this here. Or for those who don't meditate and would prefer prayer, I highly suggest praying. Prayer and meditation to center and ground you, to balance the chatter in your mind, sit in silence. And sometimes the silence can be loud, and where we end up listening to all the thoughts that are playing in our heads, and that's okay. You need to sort through those thoughts. Why are they here? What are the things that you constantly think about, and why? Those things need your attention. We cannot ignore them. You can't keep putting stuff off, earth signs, okay? Maybe even go out into nature and meditate and pray, okay? Ooh. Something else that's coming to me with this Four of Swords. It kind of looks like the sunrise, or like when the sun is rising. So maybe the perfect time for you to clear your mind and get centered for the day is when you wake up in the morning. When you wake up in the morning, what are the first thoughts that cross your mind? What are the first things that you do in the morning? Maybe figure out a morning routine, a morning ritual for yourself. all right? Instead of waking up and automatically going to your phone, why not drink a cup of water? Why not lay in bed and think about, you know, the dream that you had last night, or the first thoughts that are on your mind when you rise? Okay? Yes, earth signs, come through. Now, for your physical body, we have the 8 of coins. Yeah. Yes, baby, yes. You got to do something over and over again until you get it right. You can't quit on yourself. And even when that lazy spirit or that procrastination tries to creep back in, you got to fight it. Okay? And even if you know, sorry, my cat is over there doing some crazy shit. But what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Oh, what was I saying? Oh no. Maybe it wasn't important to say, but if it comes back to me, I'll definitely let you know. Another thing with this 8 of coins that I get, practice makes perfect. Yes, I think I know where I was going. Okay. So, practice makes perfect. You have to do something again and again, even if you fail the first time or the second time and even the third time. Like, don't give up. You have to keep going. You have to keep trying until you get it right. So if you write down a morning routine for yourself and you find that some days you can't stick to it, that is okay. The more you do it, the more you make it a habit, the easier it gets, the less it feels like work. And then it starts to feel like, you know, just a part of you. All right? For those of you who like to write stories and poems, have you lost your creative spark, or so it feels? You might need to take a step outside, get a new, a change in your scenery. And the weather is getting nice, so don't be afraid to step outside. Go sit in the park and write. You know what I'm saying? Write about the things that you see. For some of you, you write about the way you feel. But write about the things that you see for a change, okay? Now with your spiritual body, the Page of Swords, can you see it? And the High Priest. Yes, earth signs. It's time for a change, baby. That's it, that's all. It's time for a change. You gotta go about something differently. And I really do think for some of you, it might be that morning routine. You gotta go about how you wake up differently. Even on your way to work in the morning, I feel like I've said this before for earth signs. Even on your way to work in the morning, take a different route. As long as you have enough time, take a different route. Wake up a little bit earlier than you usually do. Either way, the Page of Swords always reminds me to go about something in a different way. All right? And think of it as an adventure. Think of it as a challenge. All right? For yourself. Push yourself. Push yourself. And with the High Priest here, I always pay attention to the way he points to his heart. To me, that always means follow your heart. Listen to your heart. Heart is over here, not over here. Follow your heart. Listen to your heart. Pray. Like we discussed before, you may need to do some prayer. I just had deja vu. But yeah. You gotta sit in silence and listen to the things that Spirit is trying to tell you. It might be hard, especially when we have our own chit chat going on in our heads. It might be hard to hear the voice of God, to hear the voice of Spirit, but it's very possible. And it starts with listening to our intuition. The things that we tell ourselves to do over and over again, but we try to fight it. If you find yourself trying to fight that voice within you that's telling you, get up and move, get up and go, do this, do that. That may be the voice of spirit. That may be the voice of your higher self. Don't ignore it. Don't neglect it. Listen to it, okay? All right, Earth signs. I had a couple notes for you. While I was shuffling, I'm not sure if some of you are familiar with the singer Tinashe, but her song Stormy Weather popped up into my head. And then I saw the Tower card at the, oh, that is not the Tower card. I'm gonna put that back. Either way, when that song had popped up into my head, I had saw the Tower card, and Stormy Weather and the Tower card kind of go hand in hand for me. Like, you're in for some stormy weather. Something's about to be shaken up. A test of your faith. But Earth signs, you have to keep going. Y'all are strong. Y'all Earth babies. You got this. You can handle this. All right? Whatever comes your way, know that you are much stronger than the situation, than the circumstances. You got this. Also, I did see the Two of Cups, which to me is always a romance card. I think of first dates, you know what I'm saying? Maybe go to a coffee shop with somebody that you like. And then another thing, the last thing was I got ear pains. So maybe some of you are experiencing ear pains, or going back to what I said, you might not be listening to yourself or listening to the voice of spirit.